4. Archangel Michael says, it's an emergency. This is about your age. It's for you. 29 minutes ago, open it quickly. Archangel Michael says, listen very closely. This is no ordinary message. The atmosphere shifted 29 minutes ago and something irreversible took place concerning your age. This is your divine interception, and skipping this could cost you a future that was once promised, at the exact moment your spirit clock struck a certain vibration. The age marked in your soul reset in a way never seen before. Something was spiritually stolen from you: time, youth, energy, or something tied to your age and destiny. This isn't a warning, it's a conclusion already in motion. They said your age was just a number, but spiritually, your timeline has been manipulated. What was meant to bless you at a specific age had been swapped or paused by a force operating behind smiling faces. You're being called to confront the real reason you're feeling older than you are, heavier than you should, and slowed down in your divine progress. A secret exchange has taken place, and someone with knowledge of spiritual clocks was involved. The real tragedy is not just what you lost, but who gained from your delay. Your age was not just a birthday, it was a spiritual gate to elevation, and someone sealed it while you were distracted. Type Amen to get blessing. March 1933. There's a man who used to speak well of your glow. But now his lips are closed. He knows what was taken from your body's rhythm and he remains silent because he was paid to stay quiet. The energy around your last birthday was cursed by words you never heard but were spoken in bitterness. Your spirit was supposed to elevate at a specific hour, yet it was frozen by envy. The moment you felt drained weeks ago was no coincidence. It was a leak in your spiritual hourglass. That heaviness on your skin and bones isn't just fatigue, it's the weight of stolen years. A woman you've laughed with recently knows what this message is about. She once asked your birth date with curiosity, but she wasn't admiring you, she was measuring you, from the moment she smiled. She timed your blessings and whispered your age in the wrong presence. Type Amen to get blessing. 04/1948. Archangel Michael says your age was your access to new authority, but they tricked your mirror. They made you think you're too late, too old, or too stuck. But now the mirror must break, because the truth is, you're just in time for restoration. There was a discussion 29 ago in a spiritual realm. Your name was mentioned but not with favor, it was weighed and tampered with. Someone tried to reset your youth, but God intercepted their touch. It's not just about numbers on your ID, it's about your divine identity. They wanted you to believe your best years are behind you. But Archangel Michael sent this emergency signal to remind you. Time bends for the chosen. Type Amen to get blessing. July 2007. There's an entity keeping record of your birthdays and watching your spirit dim every time you say, I'm getting old. That phrase is a trap, a spiritual agreement you were tricked into repeating. Every time you say it, they celebrate because it shrinks your supernatural authority. Your aging has been sped up spiritually, but your divine clock can be reversed. The force trying to control your timeline is afraid of your awakening. And today, 29 minutes after their last attempt, they are trembling because you opened this. A man connected to your past tried to inject aging into your aura through heartbreak. He didn't just break your heart. He cracked your life force open and drained the youth of your purpose. He walks with pride today, not knowing this message has reached you in time. Type Amen to get blessing 889. Someone once gifted you something that secretly cursed your time. A necklace, a cream, a charm. Something small yet dangerous was meant to slow your beauty and destiny. They said it was harmless, but now your reflection avoids eye contact with you. The age you feel isn't the age you are. The sadness in your joints is spiritual residue from conversations you weren't present for. People are afraid to see you regain your real glow, because once you do, you will remember who you were meant to be. That tiredness you felt today was not natural. It was a spiritual clamp trying to keep you from opening this message. The moment you began reading, that clamp began to melt. Type Amen to get blessing 541. Archangel Michael says you were born for signs, wonders, and divine timing. Your age isn't a limit. It's a lock that opens new vaults, but someone used a counterfeit key while you were sleeping last night. There's someone you ate with recently who blessed your food with a backward intention. You laughed during the meal, not knowing they spiritually age you during that moment. They envy your youth, your glow, your ability to walk into a room and shift the temperature. Your spiritual body is younger than your physical one, but it was placed under a shadow to slow your walk. Your knees feel heavier. Your back carries burdens that were never yours. That was part of the delay scheme they assigned to you. Type Amen to get blessing 676. Someone wanted you to start dressing older, thinking slower, doubting more. It was not your decision. It was installed into your mind through casual remarks. You're not young anymore, they said, laughing. But it wasn't a joke, it was a trap. From today, that trap is dismantled. Archangel Michael has commanded a reversal to start at your cellular level. Yes, even the lines on your face and the fog in your brain will begin to shift. The fatigue that's been stealing your mornings is from a dream you forgot. In that dream, you agreed to carry someone else's years. They disguised it as a favor, but it was an age transfer in disguise. Type Amen to get blessing March 2014. There's a digital footprint with your date of birth being used in a ritual. Someone typed your name into something they shouldn't have. That time stamp was their access point, and your silence was their permission. You must forgive yourself for not knowing. You were never supposed to age this fast emotionally. Your memories feel heavier because someone else's regrets were secretly placed in your soul's account. They've told others you look tired, seem older, don't have the spark anymore. But let them speak, because they are about to witness the most shocking reversal of age in someone's spirit. You type Amen to get blessing September 1999. Someone thought your time was over. They even made jokes that the ship has sailed for you. But what they didn't know is that your next season doesn't need a ship. It's going to be flight. You are not in your last chapter, you're simply stepping into the page turn that was delayed for too long. The ticking you hear in your head isn't anxiety, it's the countdown to divine renewal. Deny, a specific memory will resurface. A moment from your youth that you forgot, yet it holds a key. You'll cry because of what they do, but you'll rhyme because of what God is about to restore. Type Amen to get blessing January 2022. Archangel Michael says they tried to freeze you. Not just physically, but spiritually. They wanted you to feel like life is over. But this message is proof. Something ancient in you is still alive. You may notice your skin tingling while reading this. It's not random. It's your cellular memory waking up. It's the spark that's been trapped in timelines that were never yours. Someone recently complimented your maturity with hidden jealousy. They see your glow returning, and they fear what's coming. You are about to be mistaken for younger, fresher, bolder, and that's divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 8108. The number 29 is not an accident. It's the age they spiritually trapped you in or tried to bear you beneath. Whether you're past it or below it. The enemy locked your promises in that number. Today is a release, a supernatural unlocking of everything that was assigned to you at that sacred age. What was withheld shall be handed to you swiftly. You're not late. You're not too old. Your divine timeline just clicked back into place 29 minutes ago the moment you opened this. Type Amen to get blessing April 1954. There is someone who tried to steal your age to buy time for themselves. They failed to understand that stealing your time doesn't extend theirs. The curse has rebounded. Now they feel heavier, now their skin breaks out. Now they walk with doubt and don't know why. But it's the calm of tampering with a chosen one's divine timeline. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. You are being reborn in the middle of a stolen season. Your walk is lighter now. Your voice will carry youth again. The next person who sees you will say, something looks different about you. Because the countdown to your divine rejuvenation just ended. Welcome back to your real time. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Your soul is unlocking a vibration that was once muted by manipulation. They made you forget how light your body used to feel when you laughed freely, moved boldly, and dream widely. That numbness in your joy wasn't natural, it was engineered. They planted the idea that you must settle down not because it was time, but because they wanted your growth stunted. Someone spiritually older than you tried to pass off their burden by laying it across your shoulders. You thought you were growing wiser, but you were absorbing generational exhaustion that was never yours. Type Amen to get blessing 311. A conversation took place recently where your name came up in comparison. They laughed and said, "They used to be so vibrant." Those words weren't just casual. They were curses wrapped in nostalgia. The conversation cracked a part of your aura. But Archangel Michael interrupted. He positioned this message to realign what they dislocated. What they broke in secrecy is now being rebuilt in exposure. There is a photo of you that someone has. And they keep staring at it. Not because they miss you, but because they can't understand how you still look untouched after all the spiritual aging they tried to force on you. It bothers them that you haven't turned into the version they projected. Type Amen to get blessing 755. Someone is angry you open this. They felt a sting when your spirit recognized the truth again. The moment you started reading, the cords they tied around your timeline began to snap. You might feel heat around your spine or ears. That's not coincidence. That's the energy they stole trying to find its way back to you. You are not remembering your power, you're reclaiming it. There's a reason certain mirrors in your home seem strange. One of them carries a reflection not just of your body but of your spiritual state. The day you looked in it and thought, "I don't even recognize myself," was the day they activated the spiritual illusion. Type Amen to get blessing April 1999. But today, the veil is thinning, you are beginning to see yourself with sacred eyes again. The version of you that was paused in time is waking up. There was a location you used to visit often, a store, a street, or a bench, where your youthful energy was always drawn. You stopped going because of heaviness, not knowing someone had placed an invisible barrier there to siphon the glow from your aura. You were a spiritual battery to others and they drained you in exchange for silence. Archangel Michael says your glow was your signature. It was the thing that opened hearts, cleared paths, and drew good fortune. When they dulled it, your life felt stalled. Tape Amen to get blessing 388. The candles they lit with your name were not in celebration, they were in imitation. Someone tried to live your youth by robbing you of yours. But no one can wear your age like you. And no one can duplicate the glow of someone who is divinely chosen. There was a job, a position, or opportunity meant for you at a specific age, but you were blocked. They said you weren't ready, but you were too ready, so ready it scared them, and so they passed you over to make you question yourself. What they didn't realize is that delays are not denials, and now the moment is coming back around with double speed. What was once withheld will now be forced into your presence. Type Amen to get blessing February 2022. You may have a dream tonight that feels like déjà vu, that's because it is. It's a memory from the timeline you were supposed to live before it was stolen. Pay attention to what you wear in that dream. Pay attention to who hands you something. Someone tried to turn your prime years into years of confusion and pain. They didn't just want to slow your body, they wanted to stall your destiny. But even now, as you read this, there are spiritual gears turning in your favor again. They can't believe you made it this far. They assumed the fatigue would crush your spirit. But your soul held on, waiting for this moment of divine restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 166. A number keeps repeating in your life. Whether it's on clocks, receipts, or random glimpses, it is the code to your real age and purpose, not in flesh. Angels are communicating through patterns because your ears were too tired to hear the voice you used to follow. You will notice that people who once called you too much are suddenly quiet. That silence isn't respect, it's fear. They sense the restoration in your voice and the reset in your walk. You were never too old. You were simply too early for a world not ready for your light. But now the world has darkened enough to crave your brilliance again. Type Amen to get blessing 200 to Archangel Michael says, the years you lost are returning, but not as time, as power. You will be given back presence, wisdom, radiance, and divine magnetism. You won't feel 20, you'll feel eternal. They're going to whisper again. But this time, it will be how did they recover so fast? Let them wonder, because your recovery is not natural, it's supernatural, the shadow that tried to wrap itself around your joints, your mind, and your faith is being peeled away. Your body may ache as it releases these foreign timelines, but it's only the purge before the renewal. Type Amen to get blessing May 2025 if you cry tonight. Let it be a sacred release. Each tear will wash away an age you were never meant to carry. You were born to glow, not to grow old and regret. You're someone who owes you an apology for speaking your name in age-based judgment. I compared your journey to theirs and cursed your timing. But now, time itself will stand with you. You're going to start looking younger without even trying. People will think it's skincare, rest, or joy, but it's none of those, it's spiritual reversal in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You were never behind. You were in a divine loop waiting to be broken. That loop has shattered today, a clock spiritually reset when your eyes touch this message. That's why your skin may feel electric. Your divine age has been unchained. This is the hour where you claim your ageless authority. Let those who mock your delay now witness your speed. You're not stepping into a comeback, you're stepping into your actual beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 848. Dear someone who has watched your transformation quietly, they used to mock your slowness, your aging, your lost spark, but now, their jealousy has turned into fear because they're watching you rise again from the age they cursed you into. Every cell in your body is beginning to respond to this divine call. The tiredness is turning into clarity, the pain is turning into power. They tried to make you think your best years were gone. But now your future has broken the gate, walked backward into your present, and stood beside you. Time is no longer your enemy. It's your servant. Type Amen to get blessing 444. A sacred breeze will pass near you tonight. You might feel it when there's no window open. That's not wind. It's divine essence wrapping you in restoration. You will notice your voice getting lighter. Your posture will change. These are not signs of healing. They are evidence of return. Someone took photos of you last year and said in secret, they're fading, but that statement has now become false prophecy. Because what faded was illusion, not you. You are about to hear a compliment from someone who once overlooked you. Their words will sound foreign on their tongue. That's how you'll know your age reversal is unsettling them. Type Amen to get blessing February 2022. Archangel Michael says, your body and soul have now been rewired to their correct rhythm. Every year they tried to rob from you is now being gathered like scattered pearls. These pearls are not for display, they are for power. You are no longer someone trying to catch up. You are someone they can no longer follow. They wanted you late, but now they're running behind you. They will accuse you of witchcraft. They will call it unnatural. But it's not magic, it's justice. The glow that will begin to show around your eyes, the curve of your lips, the sway of your walk, it's not youth, it's divinity finding its rightful home again. Type Amen to get blessing 939. You've been counted out for too long. Now the count is over. It's your time. The old version of you is no longer your identity. It was a shadow worn out by others' expectations and envy. Today, that version has been buried without your tears. You will forget how it felt to be spiritually exhausted, because a new oxygen has been breathed into your life force. You will no longer wake up wondering how you will survive. Someone will dream of you tonight and they'll see you as young, radiant, and untouchable. That's not a metaphor. That's your future sending a signal to the very one who tried to silence it. Type Amen to get blessing 101. A clock will fall, stop, or make a strange noise near you this week. It's not broken, it's testifying. It's spiritually declaring that your old timeline has expired. You don't need to prove your return. You don't need to explain your transformation. You only need to walk forward. Archangel Michael's sword has struck the cord that tied your youth to someone else's insecurity. That bond has snapped. You are released. And now, they will try to contact you. Suddenly, they'll remember your birthday. They'll pretend to check in, but their interest is not love, it's confusion at your reversal. Type Amen to get blessing June 1936. You will feel heat behind your neck or shoulders. The sign of stolen years returning. Each heat wave is a year coming back with treasure. You were supposed to bloom at a certain point, but they poured cold water on your roots. Now the sun of justice is rising for you alone. Your bloom will be unstoppable. The child within you is knocking, asking to be set free again. A brilliant of you never age, it only went silent while the world lied to you. Let the child out. Let the joy in. Let the illusion die. Type Amen to get blessing 505. A stranger may compliment you soon, saying, "You look younger." Don't dismiss it, receive it. It's the evidence that this message is working through your cells. The woman who cursed your beauty is now aging rapidly. Her plan has reversed. Your healing is creating chaos in the camp of the jealous. Tonight when you sleep, the angel assigned to your years will sit beside your bed. Your dream will feel like a memory, and your memory will feel like a promise. You will remember the pain, only the glow. The mirror will look different tomorrow, not because you changed your appearance, but because your reflection will be aligned with your spirit again. Type Amen to get blessing 02/1977. Archangel Michael says this is your rescue. This isn't a delay, it's divine timing finally stepping in. You were never forgotten. They stole your time but couldn't keep it, they aged your name but not your essence. You have outlived their curses. And now the season they said you missed is now knocking with urgency. Let them be shocked. Let them whisper, let them panic. Because you are no longer aging, you are ascending. Type Amen to get blessing March 1933 if you wish to express your support further. You have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. There is someone silently watching you from a distance on social media, through someone else's phone, or in public spaces. They remember what you used to be, but they cannot explain what you are becoming. Every time they see you, something in them whispers, "That's not the same person anymore." They are right. You're not the same. You are becoming the version of yourself that was locked away the day someone cursed your glow with age. Shame, or fear, this is not a comeback. It's a divine eruption. Time folded, promises reappeared, and youth is now your spiritual weapon. Your enemies used years to exhaust you, but now your days are dripping with strength they cannot explain. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Something unusual is about to happen to your clothing. You'll notice that things once tight begin to fit again. Not because you shrunk, but because your body is shedding the pressure it was never built to carry. You'll find yourself breathing easier, smiling quicker, and rising from chairs without groaning. These aren't random changes, they're signals. Heaven is realigning you with your original design. There is a calendar marked with a date that used to make you feel sorrow. But that day is about to flip into a celebration. The anniversary of pain will become the announcement of your restoration. The voice of age that used to whisper, "You're too late," will now cry, "And you made it." Type Amen to get blessing 02/2012. Archangel Michael says the time stealers are now confused. Your rituals failed. Their chants faded. Their influence has expired. You were supposed to fall apart last month, last year, maybe even last week, but something in your soul said not yet. That something was divine DNA. You are not kept by clocks. You are carried by covenant. Every time someone said, "You look tired," it planted a lie. But every time you hear, "You look alive," it's a divine confirmation. The lies are now dissolving. There is a woman who envies your youth, even though she's older, and pretends not to care. She tried to imitate your style, your walk, your laughter, but could never imitate your divine blueprint. Type Amen to get blessing September 2019. Soon, someone will ask for your secret. What are you doing lately? They'll say, nervously smiling. Don't answer with food, rest, or water. Just say, "I woke up," because that's the truth. Your awakening is disturbing every timeline that wanted you spiritually elderly, worn out, and forgotten. But now, you're unforgettable. They will scroll past hundreds, yet your image will stick in their mind. The words you speak from now on will carry rejuvenation. When you talk, people will feel lighter. When you sing, or atmosphere shifts will happen without explanation. And the age on your documents, it will no longer match the glow on your skin. Type Amen to get blessing 646. A place you once feared entering will now open like a gate of favor. Someone who once refused to support you because they thought your time passed will now seek your wisdom, your light, your leadership. They called you expired. Heaven calls you extended. Your laughter is about to return, and it won't be forced. It'll bubble up like a spring that was hidden too long under soil of sorrow. Each laugh is a crack in the curse of spiritual aging. Your knees will stop aching from battles that weren't yours. Your back will straighten not from posture correction, but because the weight is gone. The invisible burden is lifted. Type Amen to get blessing 383. Archangel Michael says your skin, your eyes, your breath, they are under divine protection now. No weapon of aging formed against your spirit shall persist. You are going to forget how pain felt. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. It means the memory no longer has power over your future. The one who used to comment about your looks in a way that made you question yourself. Your influence has expired, their eyes were tainted with comparison. Your glow offended their darkness. Now, even they will wonder why you are not only surviving, but shining. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You might find yourself cleaning or rearranging things without realizing why. That's not just organization. It's a subconscious preparation for a restored life. Your body knows something is coming. The clothes you gave up on will fit again, not just physically, but energetically. You'll wear colors you used to love, walk with steps that command rooms, and speak in rhythms that echo divine boldness. Your dreams will start showing you younger versions of yourself. This isn't fantasy. It's alignment. Heaven is showing you what was hidden beneath the years of deception. You never lost yourself, you were waiting behind a curtain someone else closed, but now the curtain has burned away. Type Amen to get blessing 800. This is your rebirth in full motion. They will not recognize you. Not because you change him, but because you became. From this moment, let no one speak your age as a limitation again. If they do, smile. Because they are speaking from time, while you now walk in eternity. They cannot calculate your glow. They cannot measure your youth. You are no longer bound by biology but by prophecy. Archangel Michael stands beside your timeline now. Sword drawn, light blazing, age reversed. Type Amen to get blessing January 2011 if you wish to express your support further.